Welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. 2 miles away from the house, taking down a few trees today. I'll let you see what that looks like for an entrance for a new home project for somebody else, not for us. But this is Carolina Saltwater Living. We are living at the coast, still doing the same things we used to do, but we're taking you off at a homestead to show you other things along the way. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Let's get to work. Alright, sweet gum, long tap root, about 45 feet tall. We'll start digging it up, pushing it over. Power line's over there, so it needs to go that way. You got to sometimes start a good ways away from the tree, especially if you're using a 8,000-pound machine like this, because those roots, the big ones, can extend further out. Just got to get down in there and break them. The good thing about this location is it's kind of a bottom, so the soil should be fairly loose. I mean, we're at the beach anyway, so it's sandy. But I prefer to dig around them and push them over versus cutting and then stumping. It's easier. But this machine will only handle stuff really about the size I'm working with here, and I'd say that's 12-inch diameter sweet gum. I've done bigger stuff with it, but I'd really like this thing to last me a long time. So this is about the extent of what I'll dig and push over. I've dug around this tree pretty good, pretty deep, pulled up a few big roots. It's real sandy, a little bit of clay down in there, which is good for building a road. I'm gonna see, let's give it a little push here and see what it's looking like, because I don't want this thing going back on the highway. Over here and get in position. About right here, did good. Get my boom up here. Put a little push. Trees. She's down. Man, I like working in this sand. That clay, where we came from in the Piedmont, I would have never had this tree over this quick. It took me all of 10 minutes, really, y'all. Let's get some dirt off the bottom of the roots here, drag the tree up, set it to the side. And once I get down these 5 or 6 I need to do, I'll cut the stumps off, buck the logs, stack them for the customer. Go over here and see if I can get me a bite on it. Whoa! Drag it up out of there using the stump. It's leverage. Dragging it right out. Reposition. Get another bite. Somebody cut a bunch of trees out here already, which makes it difficult because there's going to be a lot of stumping on this job. I prefer digging around them and pushing them over. When possible. It's not always possible. With a small machine, that is. There will be copperheads and water moccasins out here, I guarantee it. So I'm going to be on the machine as much as possible. Alright, trees out of the way. Now I can fill the hole and pack it. Got some decent soil to work with, put it back in the hole. I've got my 2-foot bucket, but I think I'm just going to use the blade. I've already pulled out most of the roots. So what I'm putting back in is fairly clean field. This will get packed with the bucket here in a second, just a little bit. After I get a little in there. To really pack these holes in for a road, driveway, you really need one of those little remote controlled packers, 2-wheeled packers. Make your hole big enough, start putting good fill back in, tamping every 4 inches or so with a packer. But I'm not going to go rent one of those. I'm definitely not going to buy one because they're a headache. Because they're shaking all the time. There's a lot of breakdowns with them. You can use a hand tamper, you know, the one that jumps up and down if you really want to beat yourself to death. And they even make a roller packer for a machine like this that you can put in there instead of your bucket. Roll and pack, little sheet wood packer. And I may end up getting me one of those because they work pretty good for trenches and stump holes. But this is going to suffice for now. Got all the trees down I needed to take down. The smallest one was the hardest one. Up here near where a drain tile has already been set. It really, in reality, is going to have to be dug up. It's not big enough. I think it's about an 18. It really needs to be at least a 24. So, no big deal. The folks realized that when I came out and looked at the job that they needed a larger drain tile for where they're at. There's going to be a lot of water coming off of the hillside up here in a ditch that's about 6 feet or 7 feet deep. So they're trying to get by with less, but sometimes you have to put more into infrastructure if you want it to work. After I get this hole filled in, it's on the edge. I'm not too worried about packing it too much. Get the chainsaw out. Take some stumps off, buck some logs, get them stacked. Even the best of us get a bar stuck sometimes. Let me get it out. Make me a path. Try not to destroy my scabbard over there. I think if I just push on this stump, better yet, pick up on this stump. That's rotten. If I can get a bite on this one. Looks like I got it. Looks can be deceiving. Don't got it. Getting ready to get it. There we go. She's free. Free! Didn't damage anything, thank goodness. Oop, wrong way. Almost done with the cut. Gatorade. Oh, thank God for it. When I got started this morning, there was nothing but trees in there. I think I ended up taking down 6 or 7 trees. digging the stumps. And there's actually some clay mixed in with the sand, which is good. So that's going to mean that I can pack these holes better than just with this black sand. It works better because the clay helps to bind it. And there hopefully will be enough out here on this 3 acres that I can dig enough somewhere to build this up. Because right now, the angle of approach is just way too much for equipment trailers, septic tank trucks, building trucks, all kinds of stuff. But I'm done. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Carolina Saltwater Living. As we got off the little homestead over there on the water and did a little work. Y'all have a good day and a great week. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high. We will see you on the next one.